To everyone in the collective. I'm gonna go ahead and clear this energy. I've already saged and smudged. I'm gonna clear the energy. All energies that do not vibrate on this frequency or higher are required to leave at this time. All high vibrational energies are allowed to stay to help me and protect me to deliver this message to the collective as safely, as fluidly, and precisely as possible. Please give me divine and intuitive guidance through this message at this time. Please allow me to see into the depths of what it is that this message is trying to let the collective know. And again, please protect my energy as well as the collective energy. Ashe, so mote it be, and so it is. I don't know if this is a continuation from the last read or what is going on. But what I have is this could be the King of Pentacles energy. This could be a continuation of that energy. This could be a completely separate message for somebody completely separate in the collective. I don't like the way that this sits. Nonetheless, collective, what's in the energy? It is a very... So, when somebody is enraged, right? I want to let y'all know what happens to people, right? Some people are so enraged, they are so crazed because they didn't heal themselves, they didn't heal their inner child, they didn't come out of karmic energy, they didn't end karmic cycles, they got left behind, they didn't get a divine union, they didn't connect to their higher self, they just didn't pass or clear out karmic debt in this lifetime here. And a lot of them are coming to the realization that they are going to reincarnate or possibly even go to purgatory. I don't make the rules. Most High God Source does, and I just deliver the messages. So don't shoot the messenger, okay? Protection, 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 okay? Protection. This Queen of Swords, King of Pentacles came out, period. A Queen of Swords wants to battle a Queen of Wands. Or a Queen of Wands wants to battle a Queen of Swords. Either way, one of these are a divine feminine that serves the Most High God Source, that is protected and guided, divinely guided on her intuitive path, on her life's path purpose by the Most High God Source. Another is a karmic. This karmic is so deranged, so jealous, so envious that this person, thank you, is it Michael Ellis? Thank you. Love and light as well to you. Peace and blessings, okay? And elevations as well. Ashe. This karmic is so deranged. They refuse to accept defeat by this divine feminine. If this is about a divine union, this woman is so... I mean, off her rockers is not even... That's not even the term. It's not even the phrase that I would use. This woman is so dark. I believe this is one of those things that when a person embodies this much darkness, they may already have entity attachments, right? So what I'm picking up on is somebody who decided to embody or embrace their entity attachments, let them take completely over. But not only that, this entity is running this person to the point where this person is constantly accumulating darker, uglier, heinous, cruel, vile entities and energies. Like, this person has decided, like, remember how I said that there's a duality, there's a polarity to everything. So the same way that a divine being can open their vessel up to the divine, to the Most High God Source, to use as a vessel, to use as a prophet, to use as a scribe, to use as a messenger. When we open ourselves up to the divine and God for those particular things, right? Everybody doesn't do it, but some of us do. we become a channel, right? Sometimes we have no control over the divine energies that come and speak through us. They speak however it is that they want to speak, right? We have opened our vessel up to such, right? To give out whatever messages that need to be given out. And a lot of the times we learn to work with them instead of trying to control them. That's how this works, because when you are a channeler or you're anything like a messenger here, and your vessel is a shared vessel of the divine kind, right? We learn to, instead of trying to control how they use our vessel or what they say, we learn to work alongside with them to have more so of a better gauge here. Okay. So with polarity, there will be this other person, this karmic feminine, has decided that they will become the dark vessel, the vessel for the nastiest, vilest, most dirtiest, most devilish, dirtiest, darkest entities, right? The same way that a divine being is. A divine feminine is. If this divine feminine is a vessel for the light, or the divine, this karmic feminine has decided that she wants to battle the divine feminine by opening her vessel up completely to be taken over by the nastiest, darkest, most vile entities. In this way, she feels like in invoking these things and allowing these things to inhabit her, she will possess the equal amount of power. Okay? That a divine feminine has, but she will be the darkest, the villain, so to speak. And this will give her, she thinks this will give her all the power to defeat a divine feminine. And this is more than likely because this woman is trying to battle a divine feminine to overthrow her or stop a divine union from coming together. Somebody is really deranged in the collective. Like somebody is really, really deranged. Let me show y'all what came out here. I don't even know where it's at. There we go. So the devil came out with the Queen of Swords with the Hierophant. Okay. The Queen of Swords came out facing a Queen of Wands. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and get into the messages here. In my pre-shuffle with this deck, devastation and resentment kept coming out. Okay. Holy Spirit, Divine Spirit, please protect my energy. Like if Divine Feminine is complete north node, this woman would be complete south node. Instead of her going on her journey and doing her healing, she said, fuck it. I'm going to show the world that I can be a force to be reckoned with like Divine Feminine, but I will be the opposite of her, or the polar opposite of her. Just as powerful, just as, I don't know what this woman, what the fuck is wrong with her. I really don't know what this woman's problem is. And I sure hope it's not the feminine that call herself coming on my channel here, trying to invade my energy to get a message out to one of the divine feminines or divine masculines in the collective, because this channel is never going to be that. Like she definitely can get over it. Like it's just, we get to a point where it's just like, ew. It's just like, yeah, go do something else. Like nobody cares about that over here. Your username is vile. You spew vile things from your mouth. You come onto my platform. You're ugly. You're heinous with your energy. Nobody cares over here. We only care about the things over here, collective, that bring awareness to us, that bring clarity to us, that provide us solutions here. I don't know who this energy is, but she keeps feeling like she's going to invade my energetic field. Even after I ended that last read, and it don't have to be that user. I'm just using that as an example because it's a possibility. All possibilities are endless, okay? So we have the power of love. We have the fifth house, the power of love, investment, gambles, and other games and your creations, okay? Yeah, completeness with Nefertum. Please clear my throat chakra. Please align my tongue chakra so that my words come out as smoothly as possible and express the thought forms that the divine give me to give to the collective. I don't know what this woman's problem is, but she really is on some like So another thing that this is a download that I got collected that I forgot to share with y'all earlier. I got several downloads. One of the downloads is and this pertains to this particular one. I'm not going to go over all of them, but one download that I got was somebody turning into like a banshee or a wendigo. Like when you embody such the evilness, such hatred, such envy, such just such dark, nasty thoughts here, you keep sucking in entities. You know, Salah. You keep sucking them in. You keep inviting them in. And eventually a person's vessel, it has already been tainted and taken over, right? So their soul has been taken over by these entities. Their spirit has been taken over. Their vessel has been taken over. Eventually this person changes completely into what we know a lot of the times as demons here. As entities. Some entities did have human forms. Not all entities, but some. Okay? For example, the Jezebel spirit, right? At one point in time, she was in her fleshly self. She was a very, very loose woman in herself, no. And she made it her fate to always go against God's chosen, to be a Jezebel spirit. Eventually, the hatred, the darkness within her turned her into such an entity where she would no longer ever be human again. But she would always walk the realms, every incarnation, and she would go after divine beings, divine unions as the Jezebel spirit. Same example of this person. This person could have even invoked the Jezebel spirit. Salah. This person could have invoked the darkest forces of the devil. Salah. Because the divine feminine is going to be a beacon for the Most High God's source. She will be a beacon for the devil. This is where her mind frame is. This person is deranged here. Yeah, Kepri. Change. Or Kepra. This woman is no longer human. Or at least this is what she intends. I don't think this is going to go her way. Because this is not just her coming up against a divine feminine or a divine being. This is somebody coming up and raging war against God. I don't think she really wants those fucking problems. Come on now. Like, come on. Let's look. Oh, Spirit guys, please guide me through. Please guide me through this message as clearly as possible and as safely as possible. Please protect my energy. Yeah. Okay. She gets, okay, so I'm gonna tell her, I'm gonna say this right now. If she decides to rage war against this divine feminine, and I'm talking about war, like where this is like battle between the highest, purest light and the deepest, darkest, nastiest dark. There are deities and deities that are connected to this divine feminine that will awaken. Bastet is one of them. That's what I'm saying. Let's see. Listen, South Node. There will not be anxiety about or trouble. It's not going to go the way. It's not going to go the way that this woman anticipated it for. Okay, the 12th house, seeking oneness with all there is. Philanthropy, keep your involvement hidden. The 5th house again, the power of love, investment, gambles, and other games in your creations. I feel like this is God's creations. Somebody is deranged here. Somebody could be a Gemini or a Pisces. Or they can have Gemini and Pisces in their chart. Because I've been picking up on this Gemini energy for 2 weeks now. A feminine Gemini with a lot of Pisces. And that could be the emotional imbalance in this woman. I don't have time. Gemini. What you want to be known, what is believed about, use the quickest way. Because somebody feels like the only way that they can keep this divine feminine from coming together with a divine masculine, possibly her ex or ex, whatever this is, bro. Like, child, set of keys, healing. Okay, I'll show you 2 set of keys. Pluto energy, resurrect, get to the heart of, do or die, you must. Let's go ahead and go and get this shit rocking. It's wild, bro. I don't know what be wrong with people, but so some people, listen, some people, they gonna keep doing this type of dumb stuff until they are taken off this plane of existence. And I don't wish that on anyone, but that's just what it is, okay? The Jezebel spirit had to be, Jezebel, she had to be destroyed in the same manner, okay? But her evilness, her wickedness was so dark, and her speaking or raging war or decreeing that she would always be this Jezebel spirit and be the breaking point or separating factor of divine beings moving forward in the future here. It caused her to turn into an entity here, and that entity is a curse. You know? So she got to be snuffed the fuck out. I mean, I don't know what else to say. I don't know how to be nice about it, but it's just like bombarding my energy. Like, I will sage again. I will sage again. Like, she really think that this is the way. Don't she know that the devil fear and flee from God? So how you calling up the devil's minions and think that they're going to help you win a war that you rage against a divine being? Man. Anyways, we just gonna go ahead and let the message get out. Man, listen, collective, listen. In the 8th house, as a life or death issue, getting and using power, use other people's resources. It's time for you to go to bed. Apologies, collective. I don't know what's going on with this Wi-Fi over here, but bro, I'm just gonna order me another box because I can't do this. But she is going after a divine feminine. There's the Eon or the Aeon. That's the divine feminine in my deck of Thoth here, and they're telling you what I love. What else? The Fool right behind it. Child, I don't know. Yep, the Fool, look. Going after this Queen of Wands, or she is a Queen of Wands. Yep, and there go the Knight of Swords right there. Right there. And God says, look, trying to fight this person for their abundance, for their abundant contract, for their connection here. With a Prince of Cups here, with a Page of Cups, or for a Page of Cups. There she go. Queen of Swords. Right there. What else? Queen of Pentacles. What else? It's over. You mean to tell me this bitch is mad because of money? You wage war against God because of money? Oh, child. Gotta be an entity. Gotta be. There go devastation right there with a moon energy. I'll shave but lie, and I'll release you back to your respective place. There you go. Kept coming out. I'm just waiting for Seth. I'll shave but lie. I'll send you back to your respective places. But there's Mars energy here. So somebody is like wanting to fight into the death, fight into the doom here. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Collective. Be silent, be still. Because I already know. Ain't no, man. You know, motherfuckers may be crazy enough to try and approach you in the physical realm. Approach you physically. Like in real life. Sometimes people ain't as big and as bad as they motherfucking think. Ain't as mean and then rough and tough, scrappy do ass as they fucking think. Love and light don't make you a weak punk ass bitch. Somebody need to hear that shit. If this Queen of Swords come across my channel, that don't make you that. Some people just choose peace over violence. Some people come from violence and they choose peace. I want this person to hear me. For all the karmics out there, all the cross watchers, some people come from violence. They are born and bred and raised in violent atmospheres and environments, and they choose peace. I want you to know what that means. That means that their peace overall shall and will be protected. Nobody fucking scared of that weak shit somebody trying to bring to them. You invoke and embody all these fucking demonic entities, baby. Welcome to purgatory. Welcome to purgatory. If it's that much to you about abundance, child, talk about embodying the devil's mark. Because it cannot be this serious. Not about a man ever. I don't give a damn if it was my kingdom spouse. Never. All the riches in the world. Never. None of that shit amounts to my soul or me burning in purgatory. I mean, Salah. It cannot. Look, Virgo energy. So, the serving of others, the details of do what you must do and. Because somebody got two people or one person has a divine mission to be of service to others. You know what that means? Like, is this woman realizing that means that God is not about to let you sacrifice this divine being who is the healer and who is the waymaker for other souls to awaken and to heal and to evolve and make their way back to God. This bigger than a karmic being pissed off at a divine feminine wanting to battle her to the death type of shit for some abundance for a man. This is bigger than that. People really think that God finna let that shit go down like that and sacrifice all these other souls on your behalf of your greed, your envy, your jealousy, your Jezebel spirit, your self-known shit. You are all of these things. You really think God finna let that shit ride? Yeah, okay. I think somebody finna find out that God is a real gangster. There go that self-know energy. Self-know says there will not be anxiety about or trouble. What else, divine? Collective. If you sage, sage. If you Palo Santo, Palo Santo. If you spiritual bath, spiritual bath. If you pray, pray. If you listen to frequencies, healing frequencies and light codes and transmissions, do that too. Do all of the above, okay? Do whatever it is that you need to do, but magnify it. Ask for extra strength, extra protection here, extra awareness here, extra healing. Because I feel like that this woman is not going to stop. And she may be the person whom I've seen on her way, driving furiously on a highway somewhere and ends up getting into a terrible car accident with a gasoline tanker that explodes. I don't be dreaming these things for nothing. They mean that these things, when I dream stuff like that, that means that the energy of someone or a group of people or community of people has gotten so out of hand. The last resort is to destroy, to eliminate. Moots, being ordinary. This is also somebody that feels like that they the shit. They body is tea. They look this way, they look that way. And why would somebody choose an ordinary ass person over them? Why would a masculine choose an ordinary person over them? Why would God choose an ordinary person over them? They're just this most beautiful person with all the most beautiful, garments and stuff like that of exotic colors and everything. And they just, they are loved, they are feared by everybody. They have the power and everything. And it should be them. In whatever respects this person is thinking that it should be them. Fucking sad, bro. Huh? Energy. Ashe to her. Ashe to Mut. Exploration. Like, why is it with that exploration? That could be like the free, the fool card in this particular deck. Like, why does the ordinary person get all these divine possibilities, these spiritual inheritance, the divine union, the healed divine masculine, the abundance, the fortune, the good life and stuff? Because they have to suffer the most. That's why they have to suffer the most. And you sold out quickly. Simple. Okay. Yeah, that's what it is. Sobek, Ashe to Sobek, union and power. And there's something here about gators here. Somebody could be somewhere located by a swampland. This could be anywhere in the South. This could be Florida as well, because I picked up on Florida as well. This could be anywhere in those areas here, wherever gators are found. Saturn, the maturity that brings caution regarding limits imposed. See, what this person don't realize is that these entities that she thinks that she is going to invoke, or that she has invoked, that they're going to do her bidding, what it is that she wants, she is sadly mistaken, because she's going to find out that they are not. They're entities, for Christ's sakes. They're entities. They're not going to do what this person wants. They're going to say, yeah, we're going to help you do that. And then they're going to inhabit her. And then they'll turn against her. They'll take her over completely. I think this woman thinks that she is all powerful. This person could have spiritual gifts, but be a dark high priestess here. And this woman thinks, again, the same as I said, the law of polarity. If a divine being can become a vessel of divine, pure light beings, let's say that, okay? This dark high priestess feels like she can become a vessel of the dark powers. If I said that the divine being that chooses to become a vessel for these higher ascended master or light energies here, divine being they've already agreed to it. They cannot control the energies. All they can do is work alongside with them. Trying to control them will cause a clashing. This is why it's not a boastful thing to say, I'm a channeler. It doesn't work like that, because a lot of people try to control the energies, and the energies clash. And you end up in mental prison here, or you really end up having a mental break. Your body goes through shock. Everybody can't do it. Everybody's not meant to do it. You really have to have a strong vessel, a very, very strong and pure spirit in order to embody those energies. So on the polarized opposite side, with this feminine, she has a nasty vessel. Check. That qualifies her for these nasty, vile entities. But here's the one thing. She's going to try and control these entities. And that's where she will make her fatal mistake. That's why limits are imposed here. That's why there's Saturn energy here. Okay? Because this divine being, divine feminine, divine union, there will be success from and benefit. North Node energy. Okay? The 6th house. Because this divine being or union is meant to be of service to others. What is good for us and your work. Like, get real. Get real. Pluto energy. Resurrect. Get to the heart of do or die. You must. And then we have the alchemical force with Heka, Ashe to Heka, and the alchemical force. And Ma'at. Look at all these different deities. Heka. Heka would be also known as Hathor. I want to be sure. Yes, Hathor. Freya. By other names. But then you have Ma'at. That's an Ashe to Ma'at. And here goes this Pisces energy. Your dreams, your idealization of be a part of something overwhelming. And like somebody just said that they just gonna go down in history as the meanest, biggest, baddest, toughest, most dark high priestess ever. Like, yeah, you know, Jafar said that in Aladdin and he got encaged in a lamp. You know that, right? Because there are always rules and stipulations, rules imposed. We've seen that. Rules imposed or limits imposed. Because no matter what it is that she embodies or she invokes or tries to do, those things are still, because they're in the vessel. Be mindful of this. So that vessel, it doesn't matter what powerful entity it has in it or attached to it, that vessel is still bound by universal laws that are ruled and governed by those in the ethers. Those in the ethers who are on the side of the divine being. So how do we think this is going to turn out? Venus energy, the attraction of, pleasure from, and good times. And these may be these entities that this person has invoked here, calling up the devil and all that, Salah, you know. I'm getting like the download, like there are deities or beings that's on this divine side as protection in her bloodline, whatever, that have been waiting to get their hands on these particular entities. So it's like a double whammy, killing multiple birds with one stone, one fatal blow. Bastet is here as well. Ashe to Bastet. There's passion. Okay. Sechet. Ashe to Sechet. Wisdom. Yeah, these energies in the upper realms have been waiting to get a crack at these energies. And if somebody is heavily embodying the Jezebel spirit, you know, God been wanting that ass for a long time. It's about I don't know how you really say that, but it's about time for that one to be done away with. I think in every life cycle, we've all had enough of the Jezebel spirit. Aries, your willpower, what you think you know about, do it in your own way. This is this person's energy. They can be very stubborn, but Aries they are very confrontational, so to speak. If we think about the unhealed Aries, but even in unhealed Aries, they are confrontational. If you push them to that point, they are confrontational. So this person, they really listen, Linda. Your willpower, what you think you know about, do it your own way. About what? Darkness. Darkness. Who governs the darkness, really? If we think about it. Anubis. Mind you, the devil don't govern the darkness. Anubis does. Anubis does. The devil governs the physical realm, the flesh. Somebody is very stupid, very uneducated when it comes to occult things, practices, magic, spells, voodoo, hexes, and invocations, embodying of, being a vessel of, containing certain powers here. This person already been doing this. This is why they're so deranged in the mind. Their mind is gone because those entities, somebody has an entity of a spiritual possession of a mental illness or a mental incapacity. There's a spirit in a stronghold. As there are many. And this person been invoking this shit. If they was trying to send a divine being, if she was trying to send a divine being or a divine feminine, to have a mental breakdown, backfire. The entities and energies that she invoked have now become the strongholds of her. Somebody is sad. Somebody is sad and pathetic. And maybe I'm telling you, for some people, their only redemption is to leave this realm. Why is he crying? Oh, she's always time to go to bed. You can come in here with mommy. Again, Capri. Darkness and change. See, this is how dumb people is. They think that they think that if they invoke Shaitan or the devil, Salah, Send those energies back to their respective places. Magnify my protective shield as well. Make the salahs automatic and the return to senders automatic tenfold to all those known and unknown, known and known, unknown, and involved with love and light. Ashe. You can't do that, collective, but people don't even know the differences. This is why I study etymology, because when you think that one thing is called a name, it's not even that. You're actually calling another thing. You're not aware. You're calling a particular thing or place or whatever, a certain name or title here. You don't even realize you're invoking a negative demonic spirit or entity or stronghold. This is why I study etymology, because I need to know what it is that I am saying at any and all given times. I have no room in my life to invoke anything by accident. We have all been bamboozled and hoodwinked. You better know that. That's why I do the research. Everybody not going to do the research. I do the research for the majority of the collective. Anybody that I come across. So I can give you the knowledge so you know what it is you're speaking. That we all come to terms that the English language is full of spells here. That's why you have there, and there. That's why you have weather and weather. You see what I'm saying? That's why you have, it's many different things here. Riddled with spells. That's why I study etymology. I get the Latin term, I get the Arabic term, I get the Hebrew term. Sometimes there are other French, Pig Latin, Old English, etc., etc. You get the breakdown of what things mean. That's why I'm fucked with spells. Because people don't be knowing what they're embodying. I feel sorry for her. Fruitfulness and Jupiter. So this person can get on over it. Because the divine feminine has the spiritual intelligence as well as the physical intelligence. The physical intelligence of Thoth. There you go. I'll show you the Thoth. Wholeness here. Of intelligence here. There go Hathor. So she is not the alchemical. Heka is the alchemical. She has another name. I can't think of it. But I'll show you to Hathor. Intelligence. Okay. What else? Jupiter, luck, blessings, prosperity, abundance, good fortune, the granting of wishes here, learn or teach, be positive about, grow, and expansion here. Of intelligence, of wholeness. I mean, come on now. Wit, who is that? Satet, Ashe to Satet, fruitfulness here, okay? So, let's get into the tarot. I'm using my Thoth deck, and I might use my Panther Oracle. It just depends. Man, listen. Spirit ain't playing with this person. God is not playing with this person. Death. Death. Okay? To the Princess of Disc here. So this is the feminine of Page of Pentacles here. Somebody who is very, very, like I said, uneducated. Somebody who is very prematurely uneducated here. Somebody that has the mind of a child here. Or they have the discipline of a child. None at all. Somebody is a page. They are not mature enough. We see the maturity that brings. Saturn energy, I think it was. What else? Queen of Cups. Against a Queen of Cups. Yeah, trying to be cruel towards a Queen of Cups. Somebody could invoke the spirit and the stronghold of cruelty. Salah. Release that back to its respective places. Or release it to the fire for purification. If anything, they're going to be disappointed. There go right there. Disappointed. Disappointment, I mean. Doesn't matter how I fucking say it, bro. Or it does matter how I say it. Let me recant that statement. I think this is what I might do this weekend. Etymology. For anybody that's interested, and I won't go over extensive amounts of etymology. I'll just give you the basics. I'll give you the scientific version of what it means, the spiritual version of what it means, the physical version of what it means here. Even the metaphysical version of what this means, what it's talking about in here. Okay, even the mystic version here, okay? We got gain at the bottom. Change in the reverse. She ain't gonna change shit. She not finna stop shit. Prudence is there. She not finna stop something from working, something from connecting, something from a skill set of a divine feminine. She's not gonna be able to do that. It's like raging war on a divine feminine or a divine being here. But before you come to them, you're still, that Page of Pentacles was there. This is a person that's immature. They're not even sure of themselves. They're not disciplined. They're not grounded. They are not even sure of themselves. But they are so angry that they make such rash and hasty decisions here that they blindly did this, invoke these energies, and still yet they are fearful. They're not sure that they can beat the divine being. So what they want to do is immobilize, okay? Paralyze the divine feminine. Strip her of certain gifts. Strip her of certain healing. Salah. To all of that. That shit's not going to happen. The fool. Somebody is a mighty, mighty fool. Somebody will be made an example of. And I hope that she knows that she may potentially, with raging this type of, or taking this type of action against a divine being that she was already told to stop attacking, leave alone, go about her merry little fucking way until she fuck around and find out. And she may go into the book of the forgotten names. Guess who is the keeper of that? The ruler of the darkness in the underworld, Anubis, which is more than likely in cahoots with the divine feminine. How you like them apples? What's this? Oh, the Chariot. You know, this is what this giving me. You know, the movie, in the movie, The Mommy. Remember at the end when they found that book of life and they spoke those incantations, and a chariot, a golden chariot with, let's just say, divine angels, archangels came and ran right through that the mummy guy's body, and they stripped him of his dark high priestess energy or high priest energy. This is giving me that. These divine beings are going to come and send a chariot that is going to sort of run right through this woman and strip her of all of the entities that she embodied, that she has invoked, that she has agreed to become a vessel of. And then she will just be a vessel. Sucks to be her. Spiritual warfare is real. It looks like everything. If you can imagine it, you can name it, it's that. Because of the emperor. An emperor coming towards or going towards a divine feminine. Period. It's just too fucking bad, bro. Yeah. And I'm telling you, she wants the emperor to fail the aeon, divine feminine. She wants the divine feminine to have failure with the emperor. Or an emperor to see a divine feminine as failure. Nothing worthy of being with. I feel like that's past energy. That didn't work. That didn't work. Pleasure in the reverse. Don't want the divine feminine, and she wants the divine feminine and the emperor to have failure and not having pleasure. I told you she was attacking these people's sacral chakras. I said that, bro. Satiety, 10 of cups, to keep them from reproducing together. As if she really has that much power. I guess she thinks that if she invokes these energies, that she will be able to have all that power to have a say-so in God's plan. Yep. Knight of Swords, Prince of Disc. Again, Page ass immature ass energy. She's not equipped. She's not equipped to do this. She doesn't have the spiritual ranking. She doesn't have the power, the magic. She doesn't have the clearance here. She doesn't have the energy. I don't care what entity she invokes. They are not going to work with her. They even know better. But they surely will trick you, and if you let them in your vessel, you know what I mean? Like they will trick you every time. I mean, that's how they became entities, you know? Some of them have always been, some of them became. Like she probably more than likely will become. Yeah, Knight of Wands. Taking fast, hasty action. Knight of Wands, Knight of Swords. This is how you know a real person, a person of real war, mental, spiritual, physical here. They always assess the situation. They assess the environment, the surroundings, the grounds, the people, the props, the tools, the possible exits here. Somebody is rushing into something so fast. Not a ones, not a swords here, that they're not even paying attention to any of those things. Somebody is blinded by their fury, blinded by their hatred, blinded by their envy, blinded by their jealousy here, blinded by their inability to just suck it the fuck up. Cheese, gain, and art. Somebody feels like a quick sneak attack, melee attack, I hear, is going to allow that it's going to be a beautiful piece of art. Like they won't see it coming, and they'll gain whatever it is that they want to gain, whatever it is that they wish to gain in this manner. That's never been the case. In history books, in all wars, anytime that they try to perform a sneak attack, most times, and it doesn't have a clear leader, a clear commander here. The plan hasn't been foolproof. Somebody just goes straight in for the kill. Like, yeah. May the odds be ever in her favor. Not indolence. It's going to be enough. She's been given the chance to walk away already, so. Something here about an atrium. Success. Man, listen, success in the reverse. I hope she watching. I hope they come across this video, cross-watcher, whomever. Success in the reverse. She should be worried. What else? Holy Spirit, Divine Spirit. I'm not going to stay on this energy long. I don't care to. I just want this bitch up out of the collective energy. They going to make an example of her, aren't they? The Priestess. No success with her coming up against a divine feminine high priestess energy. The devil. This is a dark high priestess here. Or at least that's the power that she wants or is trying to embody. Damn, strength in the reverse, weak. Child. The Emperor. Why is the Emperor there after the weak? She's trying to weaken the Emperor here. Weaken the Emperor's state of mind, state of being, elevation, by putting him in, trying to put a Jezebel spirit back on this man. Back on this man or on this man. Disappointment. Boy, 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 boy. Child. Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. She can't hold this man back. She can't make this man, this Emperor, whomever this is. She cannot hold this person back. I hear it's been long enough. It's enough. Enough is enough. This person is going towards what they see as virtuous. That just is what it is. Oh, the way these cards keep falling on this floor. Adjustment. He's made the necessary adjustments here where he can move forward, where he's no longer sitting at a standstill, no longer having to wait, no longer being held back. So the only thing somebody is just like constantly sending shit towards both a divine masculine and a divine feminine, towards an empress, okay? He's made the necessary adjustments to go towards the empress after walking away from this karmic feminine, and it is what it is. It is what it is. So, yep. And they will have a 10 of cups here. So somebody is planning a sneak attack. What's the sneak attack? On a Queen of Wands or by a Queen of Wands and their destiny. With an Emperor here. Their abundance is still right there, bro. But this person will suffer a tower. Okay? Yep. Because the Ace of Pentacles, this was divinely guided and divinely meant to be. It was already written in the stars here. Prince of Swords, that Knight of Swords energy that she thinks she's going to cause conflict in, she'll be sacrificed. The Hangman. Okay? And she will go into a state of purgatory with the oppression here. And Spirit is saying that's the Ace of Swords truth, because heavy is the head of the one that wears the crown. She cannot have what this is because she doesn't have the strength, the know-how, the willpower, the mental clarity, the truth, the light within her in order to carry such heavy weight of the abundance, the destiny, the divine union, the divine connection, a divine family, a divine empire, with generational wealth here. She just doesn't. But just going to keep trying to interfere. She's going to be knocked off her high horse. She's worried, okay? Because the wealth, wealth goes to the ones that are virtuous. She can be cruel all she wants, but she will know what cruelty is when she suffers this fatality, death. For the foolish shit that she's doing. This woman definitely could be like a younger Queen of Swords, Piscean energy. There's a Prince of Cups here, okay? She could also feel like that this masculine, they could have been together since they were young. She didn't grow. He possibly didn't grow with her for a long time as well. And then he got to the point where he wanted growth. It is what it is. Damn, I never see no man that I would be like this for. I cannot fathom it. Oh, like I'd rather just be heartbroken for a long time or forever than to go through these lengths. Like it, I just can't see it, bro. Queen of Pentacles, happiness. She just hates the fact, and she wants to refute that this divine feminine is worthy of being a Queen of Pentacles and having happiness with that Nine of Cups, Queen of Pentacles energy, and then the futility, okay? Your resistance is futile. Marvin the Martian is significant, okay? Yep. This Queen of Swords, okay? That wants dominion. But again, this person's energy is still in princess, young energy, immature, unstudied, not high ranked enough. It just says that, right? When it comes to this emperor, he has outgrown her, okay? He was a Prince of Wands with her at one point in time. Cool. He has outgrown her. What is the emperor doing with a princess of disc? Come on now. And she's not even a princess of disc because she has her own money. It's like a princess of disc because an emperor is an emperor. Or somebody, however this masculine is coming out as the King of Pentacles here. Victory, Knight of Cups, because he's going to have a victory with courting this divine feminine and having a romantic partnership, however it needs to unfold here. Yep. And this woman in this devilish energy, she's going to be full of sorrow. She already is. It's taking over her. Strife. Child. Princess of Wands here. What is that? The Hierophant. Somebody really thought that maybe they're younger, that they're more beautiful, and that God would choose them for that. Man, that was the unk symbol I just drew for oscillation purposes. Child. Like, the fuck, bro? Like, lust, Eight of Pentacles, and you mean to tell me she was selling her body? Princess of Wands. She thought she would be picked by God because of that. She thought she fit the part better. But this woman is a lust worker. Eight of Pentacles with the lust. This woman is a lust worker. I mean, how else you need to say it here? The Lovers. Indolence. Eight of Cups. Princess of Cups. Valor. The universe. It's over because love is going to win overall. Love. Princess of Swords. Truce and completion. It's a science to this shit. It's levels to this shit. The Star. And she disappointed. Her debaucherous energy. Her debaucherous ways here. That she chose to ruin her peace over. Oh, okay, there you go. For luxury. This is what it's all about. It's not about a man. It's not about anything. It's not about her loving somebody. It's not about her being heartbroken over nobody. It's about luxury. It's about abundance. This is about money. I mean, if we ever seen a bad the best example of money is the root of all evil, this is one. Yep, power. Somebody thought money made them powerful here. Luxury made them powerful here. But all those things came because she was connected to a divine masculine who just had not awakened to who they are yet until they went through the dark night of the soul, went within, hermit, and then took control of their own power, their own life. Okay? And now this person is going towards a Queen of Cups, swiftness, Queen of Cups, with an Ace of Cups. What else? And this is where they see happiness and where they see things will work for the better. The end. We've seen the end. I mean, we've seen the outcome of this. Somebody will be stopped in their tracks, or if they insist on not heeding the warnings here prior to doing whatever this is, it will result in this person transitioning. And in the worst way. In the worst way. So collective, I'm going to release y'all energy back to its respective places with love and light, protection, abundance, fruitfulness here, and healing. I'm going to release all other energies back to their respective places with love and light and healing as well. Please bump up the protection for all divine beings in the upright of heart that are under the order of protection of the Most High God Source. I'll release all negative and low vibrational energies and entities back to their respective places, the pits of hell and the purest fire, the purifying fire of the pits of hell, if I may do so. As I call my power back, my magic back, my energy back, my essence back, my protection back, I close all doors, portals, and windows to and from my energy that I have opened myself up to for this collective read. And I also heal and seal all cracks and crevices and leaks in my auric field and subtle bodies at this time. Ashe, so mote it be, and so it is. Collective, as I always like to say, don't let this world define you. Don't let greed, hatred, and envy define you or drive you. Always define yourself like I define me, because I am your girl, Shay, the dual alchemist. You're a dual nature being, bringing you messages from the divine to you, wherever you are on your journey. I hope that y'all have a very beautiful, peaceful, and restful night. And I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.